final functions as they occur. T-minus 15. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. Lift off. We're off on the hour.
Space. Space and time. Space back in time. When you think of space, you might think of many things. Stars, the sun, planets, the moon perhaps. When man landed on the moon landing. But what preceded the moon landing?
Space exploration started in the 1950s with the space race. The first man-made object in space was the Russian rocket Sputnik. The Russians got this unmanned satellite into orbit on October 4th, 1957. This launch was the start of many missions that eventually resulted in the United States landing on the moon.
The Gemini program was started by NASA, but it was given the idea by John F. Kennedy. It was a big intermediate step for other spaceflight programs like Apollo.
Thanks, Claudio. But what did the Gemini missions actually accomplish?
Well, Greg, the Gemini missions were used to bridge the gap between the Mercury missions, which put the first American in space, and the Apollo missions, which put the first man on the moon. In between these two milestones, there was a need to figure out how to maneuver in space, and this was the primary purpose of the Gemini missions.
The only Gemini mission to fail was Gemini 6. This failed because the rocket blew up on launch.
How disappointing.
The rocket consisted of 5 major components, including a rendezvous and recovery section, re-entry control system, cabin section, retrograde section, and an equipment section. The rocket would rendezvous with a spacecraft called the Titan II. Originally developed as an intercontinental missile, it was modified to fit NASA's Gemini missions.
The first two Gemini missions were unpiloted and controlled by NASA. They were mainly used for testing the launch and re-entry of the spaceships.
Gemini 3 and on were all manned missions. The major accomplishment of some of these missions were proving that a rocket could orbit around space and come back, spacewalks, and docking with another rocket.
Though these missions had many successes and also many failures, the idea of being able to find new ways to maneuver a spacecraft was very important to the end goal of being able to land on the moon. These methods are still used today with Mars missions, satellite missions, the International Space Station, and the upcoming Artemis missions to the moon.
Thank you, everyone.